Here we go. Okay, we
All
are
right.
live.
And I am in.
Excellent. Well, for everyone here on YouTube that may enjoy this video, my name is
Both of
Chris
you.
Beck. Yeah, exactly, right? Welcome. My name is Chris Beck, and this is kind of a video diary of a sad 30-year-old man trying to relive a portion of his childhood, along with his
Hi,
good buddy.
this is Max Biggs, almost 30-year-old, doing the same thing, going through what we can with the Final Fantasy games on PS4, which starting with 7, which is not what we started with, though we have
No,
really good memories of this one.
right? Yeah, no, as far as midlife crises go, this is a pretty constructive one, I think. Um,
Oh yeah, this is totally.
how long
You
have
know
we
what?
been
It could be a lot worse.
how long have we actually been doing this? Let me think. We
It
became
was
friends in what, the third
this.
grade?
Yeah, so that was what 90.
95?
95, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think shortly after that, I think I brought over Final Fantasy. It would be 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man. That's
yeah,
where it
long
all
time
started.
ago, basically.
But no, 7 was kind of magical because, we had the PlayStation, we had just enough independence that we could like schedule these times to play by
Oh
ourselves
yeah,
and
and that was
yeah,
just you for a while. You had the PlayStation, so it
that's
was
right.
cool to go over to your house and.
Well, no, you know what sucked? If you remember, the first couple of times I actually rented the unit from Family Video.
Oh my God, Family Video. That's right.
And what
They would
sucked
rent
about
out the
that,
systems.
yeah, and you had to use someone else's memory card basically. So we would try to continue the next week and our save file would be like gone or someone would have progressed and
Yeah, you just had to
oh,
trust that someone wouldn't delete the like 15 blocks they had on there.
right? But
And just
no,
like, there's our save.
exactly. Oh
Oh
man, but
shit.
no,
Yeah.
seven was special, just because of kind of the turning point in the series, and it sort of
It
got into
was
mainstream. So it wasn't just two geeky fifth graders like discussing this by themselves. We could actually,
no, all of a sudden everyone was getting in on it. We
right?
felt a little validated at
Yeah.
that point.
So I think
Yeah,
this
it
is kind of a
was
good place to start then, if we're gonna attempt to do like an entire Final Fantasy retrospective together. The special movie here is actually the remake, and I'm gonna start that right now to kind of see how far it's come.
all right.
So hopefully this gets recorded in the actual broadcast. I don't think there's any kind of copyright infringement
Long
since Square
ago,
Enix wants
we
this to get
looked
out.
upon a
Yeah, that'd
foreboding
be a little
sky,
odd if they blasted this at E3
the
and then
memory of the star that threatened
But no,
all,
you can't watch
burns
this.
eternal in our
you can't watch it
hearts.
here.
Oh man, Midgar is looking sweet.
I know immediately seeing the
In its
slide
wake
here,
came an age
Right.
of
seeing
silence.
everything, knowing it's Midgar. Oh my gosh.
I'm
This was,
cautiously
Yet with
optimistic
each
about
fond
this.
remembrance, we knew those encountered were not
never
forgotten.
I'm hopeful.
I'm sure it'll come out. It's just what
That
form will it come out
someday
in.
we would see them
Yeah.
again. Perhaps it was no more than wishful
That right
thinking.
there. Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
That captures
Yeah.
like the atmosphere of Midgar perfectly from like
This is when
the way you
everyone's
imagined
kinda,
it when you were a kid.
But after the long calm,
everyone's
there are
kind of
now
freaking
the
out,
beginnings of a
bated breath here,
stir.
kind of hoping what
The
this
reunion
is.
at
You know,
hand may bring
Right.
joy.
Now,
It may
if
bring
I'm remembering
fear,
right,
but
this
let us
was the trailer
embrace
from E3
whatever it
2015.
20. Yeah, I think 2 years ago now. Jeez.
Yeah. So
For
not
they
much word
are
since
coming
then,
back.
but again, still cautiously optimistic from the
At last,
gentle trickle of
The
screens that have come
promise
out.
The
has
Buster
been
Sword.
made.
Yep. There it is. So, if all we get is CG trailers for another 2 years, hopefully they have a really solid and polished product. But,
Yeah,
with the
it was a
expanded universe and everything, you never quite know. So,
no. We'll see how much of that they want to include in the game. I mean, the
exactly.
story is going to be a little different because it's a remake, not a remaster, and I wonder
Yep.
what they're going to want to do with the story and how much of
As,
the extended
as long
universe
as
they're
they
going to want
keep
to add.
Genesis out of it, I'll be pleased.
I hope so. Please, please, Square Enix.
Oh, if you're listening to this, if this somehow gets to the upper echelons of Square Enix, just
Oh, they're
let
very
Genesis
interested.
stay dead. Oh man. All right, so now we start with the new game here. I did do kind of like a demo save earlier just to make sure recording and everything was smooth, and here we go.
All right.
Oh boy, the controls.
You
Oh,
forgot how to play.
yeah, right. And you know what sucks about this is that circle is not confirmed, nor can you make it confirm, so I'm going to cancel quite a few times.
Right.
Oh boy. This was a great opening. Not quite FF6 great, but I mean, it really.
When the PlayStation first came out, we were in awe of these scenes here, like a little movie.
Right?
It's just like, this is the future.
Seriously.
Games on CDs.
And you know, the great thing about 7 in particular, out of the PS1 trilogy, is I feel like they didn't quite try to break the mold with graphics for the game. I mean, it was certainly revolutionary. Nothing like it had been done before for an RPG. Yeah. But at the same time, it kind of felt like an homage to like the chibi sprites that they had in the previous games.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and as a result, yeah. As a result, I think it aged a little better than 8 or 9.
I don't know. I still like the look of, I mean, even 8, you know, with its, they tried something different, you know.
Yeah,
for sure. Character. It's very just pixelated. It just looks like a worse version of 10, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And that was where, that's where they really started giving, who's the character designer? Tetsuya Nomura, yes. That's where he kind of started getting free reign over the art direction. I mean, this was kind of... 7 was sort of a co-effort between him and Amano.
You know what's funny? These headphones that I'm wearing right now, I put in the wash a few weeks ago, and the left headphone hasn't been working. It's just started working right now.
That's a sign, Max.
It is, I think.
Jesus wants us to finish FF7 together.
Well, this wasn't a sign, like divine intervention here. I don't know what that is.
I almost said
wants us to play Final Fantasy.
Right. I almost said one more time, but then I remembered we're 30, not 70. So here we go. But hey, you know what? If
this will be our last time playing through this,
right? If in 30 years we're recording this again, we'll have to listen to our old selves and be like, "Those young punks."
A bunch of jackasses.
Right? Kind of like we talk about ourselves when we were 12 and playing this game. Here we go. So again, just kind of like trying to remember the jaw-dropping moment when you saw this battle for the first time.
I'm thinking about that right now. Like, just how... I mean, I don't know, it's kind of simplistic now, but I remember thinking back then as a kid just how crazy it is.
And then, like, what the crap is that limit meter?
Everything is a little overwhelming. There's so many things going on.
And, you know, like I said, just the art direction of this one in particular, I feel like it was just different enough from what Final Fantasy had done that really aged kind of gracefully. Like you said, 8 and 9 with, their kind of either more realistic look or kind of more polished fantasy look. But there's something special about these little super deformed 3D characters.
Yeah. It's kind of how you think 6 would look if they decided to just make it 3D.
Yep. And man, the pre-rendered backgrounds, I still kind of miss them to this day, even though we're capable of extremely realistic 3D.
Not pre-rendered.
Right.
But it was like an art piece every background.
Yeah. And you know,
painting.
You kind of got to imagine what was just off screen, and because of that, you really got the ambiance that they were going for. It didn't have to be about size. It was just pure world building.
It was telling a story.
Yeah.
You know, not like,
you saw what they wanted you to see.
Places,
right.
Because you're not going to explore everything you see anyway. It's just, hey, this is the feel we're going for.
Exactly.
Just every little Yeah, you just use your. It was still very much using your imagination, even in games like this, which you don't really do anymore because you kind of don't have to.
Right. Yeah.
It was with your little kid brain, you would fill in the blanks pretty well.
Right.
Yeah. What kind of place this labor reactor was? It's just so different from the other games. It's all.
Yep.
We go from steam power and coal in Final Fantasy VI to not even whatever the hell this is, and electricity and stealing life force from the planet. It's crazy.
Right? I mean, even with open world games, I love 15, but as big and beautiful as that game is, the open world in a weird way is kind of limiting because, you're very aware that you're seeing one small snippet of the countryside. This game gave you the whole planet, but it kind of let you fill in the blanks yourself. What were the other parts of the planet? I mean, Midgar, of course, is this tremendous city, but in the game you really only explore, Sector 5, Sector 7?
Yeah, and you see how huge it is, and you spend, at least 10 hours here, and then that moment that you finally get outside of it, and it plays that music,
and man.
you're like, it's this city on the world map. It's just this little city that...
It's like, oh look, it's a Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, still not even my favorite in the series. I love 7. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the only people who's just middle of the road with 7. It's neither my favorite, but it's far from my least favorite.
Yeah, I'd say the same way. It's very much. I have really good memories of it. It's definitely a watershed moment for Final Fantasy.
For sure.
Definitely put below it, but then it is very middle of the road. It's a great game. It's not It's not like I have just middling feelings towards it. But when you compare it in the series, there's a lot of games that I just have a passion for.
Yeah. I mean, your favorite is still what, 6?
It's still 6. It has to be closely followed by 9.
Love me some 6. 69, you say? No, I
remember being stuck in these first few screens because of the 3D background. I didn't know where to go. I had to. Once I figured out you could hit select, that saved me.
Well, right, and we bought our PlayStations before the DualShock came out, didn't we? So we were trying to navigate with the D-pad, which is, believe it or not, what I've been doing so far. I kind of fell back into the habit. I know I can use the joystick in this version, but I'm not.
Yeah. I think 7, 8, and 9, I'm just used to the D-pad because I never got DualShocks for the PS1.
Right. Yeah, me neither. I didn't really play any PS1 games with the DualShock until I did them on my PS2.
Ladders. They can be a bit finicky in this game.
They can.
Potion.
Oh, look, you can still do it.
You received a potion. Is it really a potion? I don't know. Once you find out.
This is a great.
That it's screaming warning, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. This is a great representation of the ATV.
I mean, I'm assuming they're little weird birds. I don't know. I don't think they're machines like a lot of the things here are.
That's the other great thing about 7. You're not really supposed to think too hard about what you're fighting. They're just something techno-y that's guarding this place. Yeah.
Well, that's just it's part of the weird fantasy world.
Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. These little things that can shoot fire at you are guarding their. Yeah. I mean,
which is
has to protect their electricity investment, so they put the little fucking magic birds here.
Nothing shady about this operation. That's one of the things that I'm really hoping isn't lost on the remake, is just how irreverent to itself this game was.
Yeah. I'm hoping they don't feel the need to explain everything,
it was Genesis.
Magic birds, where, they,
Genesis put them there.
Just the DNA splicing, and it's what resulted, and they had to use them. No, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Right.
The first few times I rented this myself, did not have a memory card.
Oh, dude.
So I just have to get as far as I could and be like, I could turn it off at some point. But I didn't care, I just wanted to play this game so much.
You know what really sucked is, if you remember, my PS1 was always at my mom's house. But when FF9 came out, I picked up a copy on release day, and it was like right in the middle of the week, so I was at my dad's. And I just asked her if she would, on her way home from work, bring the PS1 over. And she did, but for some reason she didn't bring the memory card. So I played like the first hour and a half of that game like 5 times, just waiting for the weekend.
Awesome.
Got progressively better at that stage scene.
Oh, that's right, the fighting. This little sword fight.
Yeah, Zidane and Blanc.
Yeah, and that's, of course you would. I mean, it's like when those games came out, that was the next few weeks, that's what it was dedicated to.
Oh, non-stop.
Restore materia. Like an acute.
Probably should have equipped that, but let's throw caution to the wind here and take on the giant scorpion with some potions. Fine, I'll do it. This is a good time to talk about the translation here, and I'll show you why. Watch out.
Okay.
This isn't just a reactor. What? Fucking yes it is. Like, that's never referenced again. There is nothing special about this reactor. It's one of 7 that Midgar is using to suck life out of the planet.
The reactor was a big robot scorpion the whole time.
Right? But seriously, like, there's all kinds of, like, little moments like this in this translation where they'll just kind of reference something and then never follow through with it again.
Because it was just translated wrong.
Yep. And, that's one thing that I really would have loved to see for the PS1 re-release. Not the remake, but this release. Was just a cleaner translation.
Yeah, you think they could... I mean, they obviously did pretty well for 8. Actually, they did better for 8 than they did for 9.
Oh, are we talking, like, the Steam release? Or the PC release?
Oh, no, just the releases on PS1.
Oh, the original, yeah,
they did a lot,
exactly.
They did a lot better than they did the 7.
Yeah, no, Square Enix...
It's a wonder that we understood the story at all.
Right. No, they've gotten a lot more coherent with their translations with each consecutive game. The downside, though, is that the stories themselves have gotten a little less coherent.
Yeah.
15 was an improvement, but you know how I feel about 13.
Yeah.
I told you that, right? My Vanille theory?
What's that?
Okay, so when Vanille opens her mouth to speak, like, she relates so little to the plot around her that I actually thought that it was going to be a plot point that she was seeing an alternate universe that only she was aware of.
Well, yeah,
oh,
the
gosh.
first half of that game was in... Are you gonna attack it?
Yeah, Brett, he already attacked. Oh, God. Cloud, I can't stop! No! Barrett, no! Damn it. Fortunately, that did nothing.
It just made Cloud pissed.
Yeah, right. Just made him mad.
I've learned nothing from the Mist Dragon.
Right? Oh, man. This basically is just the Mist Dragon.
It's like so many first bosses. Mist
you know what?
Dragon
You're right.
Well curved from FF6. It's like,
I never noticed that.
Going into its shell. These games are trying to tell you, don't attack.
These are tactical
games. It's like, this is and then this is going to be a thing that you do throughout the game. Never again.
Right?
It never happens again.
That's straight up correct. Yeah, they have these things where, like, the bosses will have a counterattack mode, but then no other bosses revisit that.
Yeah, these are just the first ones.
Right.
I think you're a big show.
But, the first boss of the game has to be a showpiece.
Yeah.
This better kill you.
Alright.
Nope. Oh, here we go. This'll kill you.
Right.
There it is.
Alright.
Put up a good fight. There's my level up. Very good. The assault gun. Let's go ahead and equip that in the restore material real quick while I remember. It's not like we're gonna use all 10 minutes here.
Funny that the timer's still going.
Oh, I can't do materia yet. Yeah.
There's no timer in the menu. It's just like is it?
Like, maybe you'll get out, maybe you won't.
I mean, you think it's probably doing this,
Right. Confident enough that I'm gonna save again, just in case something goes wily. Here we go.
I guess you could save the game with like 30 seconds left. Did you do that?
I'm sure you could. It's early enough in the game that who gives a crap.
Did you just blow your... Did you just blow your save? You can't do shit about it. But you gotta restart it.
Get your whole 20 minutes back.
Oh, you're fighting Jesse! Oh my god!
Yeah, right. Oh, back attack. Nothing. I loved it in this game, yeah. Right, running away.
Some glitches, I guess you could call them.
You know, I'm a little bit glad that they didn't remove the glitches. I think item duplicate is still in this one.
Oh yeah. That was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, which really, if you're gonna take on the magic pots in the end game, that's the only way to get enough elixirs.
Oh yeah, get some AP going too, if I remember correctly.
Oh, bull.
What's this dude thinks he's doing, dodging her sword?
Right? So Barrett just shoots him. Walk right into this bullet. You know, where does Barrett keep his ammo?
I don't know, hammer space, I guess. I don't know. It's your little rescuing the damsel in distress moment.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the things I guess that's supposed to get a little bit more attention in the remake is Cloud's relationship with the Avalanche members, which something I'd be on board with. Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
totally cool with that. I mean, if they're saying that just the entirety of Midgar itself is
more fleshed out, yeah. Right.
I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, and Jesse in particular, because I mean, there was a character, you know, it was the famous love triangle is of course Cloud, Tifa, and Eris, but you know, Jessie kind of had a little bit of a crush on Cloud before she fell to her death. Before she plummeted, you know, 18 stories.
Which I just thought she was being really nice, because the first time I played this game, I Jessie was female.
Yeah, right? It's kind of hard to tell with these sprites sometimes.
These blocky characters confused my budding teenage brain.
Right? What is this I'm feeling for Jessie? Am I gay?
So confused and aroused and upset at the same time.
20 years later, you're nice and out of the closet. Oh wait, this is on YouTube.
Oh jeez.
Actually, listeners, he's married to a very lovely lady.
You're not serious. Like, actually, let me correct that, just in case.
But if he were gay, I'd still be friends with him. Just, you know, distant friends who I only talk to over the internet.
Talk to secretly.
Right?
No one knows.
No, we can't go get a drink, man. We just can't.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry. And we're both going to hell. What are we, 10 minutes into the game and we're already going to hell? Oh, and the double save. Double rescue. Doesn't even explain why she wiped out there, just like she straight up tripped. She's just horribly uncoordinated. Now remember, Max, that wasn't just a reactor. Here's another scene that you kind of saw in one of the more recent E3 trailers.
Oh, the remake, yeah.
Yeah, Cloud snaking his way through this tunnel and then the bomb detonation. Which, once again, is one of the reasons I'm so cautiously optimistic for the remake, is it did look very faithful to what we just saw here.
Yeah, so far.
You know, another thing that never
like that.
Yeah.
You know, are they gonna have little? I can't remember Batty's name, if it's Wedge or not, but
yeah, Wedge. Oh wait, which one's Biggs and which one's Wedge? Wedge is the fat one. Yeah.
I think Wedge is the fat one. It has to be with a name like Wedge. Come on, you're basically gonna be fat.
Yeah, right.
But
you don't name your kid Wedge if he comes out of the womb trim. Yeah.
Yeah. If you love your son,
Right.
you expect good things. Now you're not calling him Wedge. We know what's going to come from that. We know this story.
Wedges is a sad story. Oh, let's be nice to Eris.
This translation really sound like a player.
Yeah, right?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm buying
Man,
a flower from Eris so that I can hit on Tifa.
That's having your cake and eating it too.
There we go. You know, it never dawned on me when I was a kid, but all the rubble and the pieces of debris and the electrical current and everything that's messed up now, this is all because you're
It's your
freaking
fault.
terrorists and you blew up a part of the city.
Yeah, you're kind of assholes. I mean,
Right?
doing it for good cause.
Ah,
I
looter.
think.
This is a story playthrough, so let's move the story forward.
Yeah, never dawned on my child
Later.
brain that you were basically evil terrorists.
Yeah. Barrett's raw.
I was just like, wow, this is a shitty part of the city, I guess.
Right?
We just deal with this rubble and over time.
Another good thing to talk about with this game, the music. Lovely background themes.
They didn't, and this was still a Nobuo Matsu.
Oh yeah, yep.
They didn't do any, it was all kind of like digital still.
Right.
So I think the very end of the game with the boss fight, it was orchestral until then. It was like a little and that was actually a pretty nice surprise.
Just a heads up, you're breaking up just a little bit.
Oop.
You're clear now for what it's worth.
Phone.
Okay. Classic Mary Sue moment.
Okay.
If Cloud's not in the room, we must talk about Cloud until Cloud appears.
Yep.
Let me just backflip from off the side of this train. Yeah. Cloud! Sup, everybody? No. Okay, so Cloud. What I love about Cloud in this game is that in retrospective, when you look at him, he's kind of like... He's meant to be seen by the player as, like, trying too hard to be cool, you know?
Yeah.
And that's because, really, he's just a huge geek, like, imitating what he thinks a cool, hard-ass soldier would say.
What he's thinking of Zach here, I guess.
Yep. Well, spoilers, Max. Spoilers, everybody.
Yeah. Spoilers for, what, 20-year-old game now.
You know, there is someone on YouTube who will call you on that.
Who will
complain?
One of the 3 people watching will let you know that it's really disappointed.
Right.
Also, I hate Jews.
Right. Full disclosure, everybody, Max is indeed part Mexican. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
It suddenly gets very quiet. And we're going to Healthwise. Careful, I'll shut this. Oh, just leave the door of the train open. Yeah, the Avalanche crew kind of has a depressing story when you think about it.
It is very sad. Best not to feel anything towards them.
Oh gosh, a giant black man. We better move to the next car. Racism is alive and well in the Final Fantasy universe. Right?
And they got white privilege guy here.
Right? Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, a black man gets into the car, and this chump, this is why I hate trains. We're gonna have to ask your friend to sit in the back, sir. sir, if you're going to insist on riding with him, the hell are you talking about?
Bombs and monitors.
Sir,
Both of
please.
bombs and monitors.
Right. Sir, if you cannot adopt a less aggressive posture, I'm going to have to ask you to get off the train. It doesn't help that Barrett's translation is so, colorful, shall we say?
Although, I remember playing this and seeing us, oh my god, he's swearing.
Right.
Those,
Oh yeah,
you know,
this is so edgy.
This is the new Final Fantasy.
Right.
I'm growing up.
Oh man. Yeah, they pretty much straight up thought, well, black guy in an RPG. What can we cross-reference for this character? Who's this? B.A. Baracus? Sounds legit. But you know, it's kind of interesting too, because Square Enix, as much as I hated 13, Saz I thought was actually a really good character. Yeah. I mean, the dude was black, clearly. There's no debating that, but like he just, it never was like kind of a plot point, and they didn't completely butcher his translation or try to make him notably
they didn't
different.
Try to urbanize him or anything crazy.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
that.
Right.
His race is not central to his character. But Saz is probably one of my favorite characters.
Right.
I think indifferent and then Saz.
Yeah, and you know, you kind of get the you get the feeling that in this game too, Barrett's race was never meant to be an issue either, or like a part of his character, but
probably
simply because of the translation. Yeah, right. You know, no matter how many times I see the PC port, I still can't get used to the mouths.
Yeah.
Of their lip. It's okay, Cloud. We're eco-terrorists.
We're getting all political in this game. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm an adult. This is the new Final Fantasy. I remember thinking that a lot.
Yep. Yeah, this was certainly a formative game for me.
Oh, and you got the late night passengers coming out.
Okay.
I'm stumbling along. Coming from a part of town where the reactor just blew up.
Yeah, right.
Just whistling Dixie coming out the fair.
Never mind that all the trains are still running on schedule. A huge portion of the city was just devastated, but you know, let's give the terrorists plenty of chance to mobilize. No one ever said the corporatocracy of Midgar was well thought out.
Smart or able-bodied at their job.
Particularly competent in any form of government. It's basically Trump Industries running Midgar. Oh, wrong one. I'm going to do that a lot this game, so if you see me about to overwrite my level 83 save, could you just yell at me?
I'll try not, yeah.
Alright, we're a half hour in.
Surprisingly easy to do.
Okay, now what the hell is that sign? Texas. Is Texas a thing in this world?
Is that what it said?
Yeah, it straight up says Texas on that sign. Like, no joke. Like, let me see if I can get a good view of it. Yeah, fucking
apologizing
Texas.
to everyone. Sorry.
Right.
Gary Black came and started shooting.
I mean, that's like just a Statue of Liberty with a monkey face on it, away from getting kind of meta. Damn you all to hell. Midgar is just built on the ruined remains in Texas. This was the Bush Ranch.
Drill, baby, drill.
Exactly.
Get that Mako up out of the earth.
Another fair warning for anyone who actually is unlucky enough to watch our rambling playthrough of this game. We are pretty democratic in our political beliefs, so the 27-minute mark here, you can just turn us right off. Let's alienate half of YouTube. Alright, moment of truth. Am I going to be nice to Tifa, or am I going to sidestep her and give it to Marlene? Yeah. Here you go, Marlene.
Oh, damn.
This is an Eris playthrough.
Okay. That's how you're going to play it?
Yeah.
What's Tifa going to say? Is she going to be angry? You can't be angry if you give it to the little girl, right?
You gonna have a drink with us, Cloud? As long as you're buying. Oh, this is, of course, a 90s bar scene where you couldn't explicitly mention alcohol, but you have to talk about how great the cooking is.
Yeah.
Tifa always lets me taste it. Yeah, that's why, Wedge. That's why. Let's see here. Let's go back. I see lots of bottles, but the kitchen doesn't seem to have an oven. Yeah. So I'm doubting the legitimacy of the cooking in this place. Alright. Let's progress this story. My child mind, trying to play through this game, couldn't comprehend why Marlene was white and Barrett was black.
What a mistake.
What makes this really sad is that I myself am adopted. Never. I thought I was the only one.
Oh, you're gonna date Barrett.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing that I thought. I really had it in my brain that because Barrett was living in the basement of Tifa's bar, they must be married. Marlene must be Tifa's daughter. And so the closer she and Cloud got, the more I was thinking to myself, boy, is this okay with Barrett?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool. It's open.
Barrett's down.
Give me something more. But seriously, we just killed a lot of people. Let's drink this guilt down. With you all of a sudden. The job wasn't even tough. It says on the news something in the figure of 15,000 people are dead, Cloud. Yeah. This is worse than 9/11, which we know about because this is Texas.
It's just to be Texas.
It's used to be Texas. She pulls out a history book. You guys are officially the worst terror attack on former U.S. soil. Boy, just insult me, why don't you? You know, any
giant scorpion Tifa.
Did you fight a giant scorpion today? That's why I'm a little moody. I think I'm a little too uptight. I think you're a little clingy, Wedge. Coward at heart. Never would.
Like it. I would disagree there. But...
never would have guessed. Ah, the Sin News Network.
It was a blast.
You know, she's strangely proud of the bomb that killed so many people. The mid-90s concept of terrorism was a little bit more innocent than... What is Jessie doing? Look at her sprite right now.
I think that's like the...
Having momentary meltdowns there.
Bashful, yeah.
Like, oh, I feel so bad. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I really don't. No, I'm positive. I mean, I know these people end up saving the world, but I'd really be curious to know about the families of the victims of the reactor explosion from the beginning of the game. It's like, we know you saved the planet, Cloud, but you're under arrest. Those weren't Shinra officers pursuing you out of Midgar. That was the local police. You guys are going away for a very long time. I want to talk about money.
Damn, that's been a little twit.
Right? Though, you have to give it a little bit of leeway. This is before the, moody JRPG protagonist was such a trope.
Yeah, that's true. I don't care about nothing.
I only need myself and my giant sword.
I don't care. I really don't care about nothing.
You understand me, sword.
You know,
anyone investigating...
a huge, comically proportioned sword.
Right. Anyone, like officers or something, like investigating this bar would not have much trouble finding their hideout. When you look at the floor plan here, I mean, I can see the light coming from beneath the pinball machine, guys. I can hear them talking. No, you can't. Shut up, Wedge! Someone has to do something. We need to kill them all, Cloud. They deserve to die if they're being complacent. I mean, really, that's what this is. They're justifying the murder of everyone in that reactor. How can you say that? Making him a complete jerk, I guess.
You were really just...
7 years ago.
making sure you get Eris this time.
Right. So, again, I can't get used to the mouths. Particularly look at Tifa. She kind of has that, like, cat smile thing going on right now.
She does, yeah. Yeah. Looking at my pecs, I remember now.
Right. Another interesting thing about this game, once you get out into the world map, I completely thought Calm and Nibelheim were the same town. Just because they're both kind of like semi-circular in their design. So like, I swear I thought this scene took place at Calm.
Once you get to Calm, it's like, oh, I'm back.
Right? That was fast.
Tifa saying anything, yeah.
All the boys are leaving. It's getting awful lonely around here. And I'm, wearing a prom dress.
Cloud's a little shorty.
Right?
That's
Dude,
how
I
puberty
relate
was.
to Cloud.
I relate to Cloud too. All the girls shot up, and I was just like,
right?
Great Sephiroth.
Puts his hair in a ponytail because, of course, he thinks that's cool. I'll be able to come back to this town for a while.
I'll try.
I'm gonna talk to all the reporters. I'm going to spill government secrets like you wouldn't believe. Like, what does Tifa have in mind at this point? I'm never in trouble. Like, if I'm really experiencing a life or death here, Cloud, you got my back, right? Cloud's reaction is appropriate. All right.
Okay, just stop talking to me.
Like, we talking the mob, or what? Who does your family know, Tifa? Yeah,
did.
Sure did. Alright, you know we have an elevator. It's broken again. Pigs, Wedge, and Jesse are trapped. Never mind, Barrett was climbing that with one functional hand.
Barrett's stash. Where'd you go?
I think one of the I think one of the trophies in this game is for getting 99 million gil. So drop in the bucket. Yep. I think the best way that I've seen online, haven't really done it yet, is to just master a bunch of all materia.
$4,000.
Okay, Barrett, I'll make you a deal. 1 gil per person killed. As if this weren't morbid enough.
That'll be like the authors of the old days. Just, hey, wait, I'm gonna go over here and get these guys. Cloud, they're running away. I'll just take a second.
Oh no, they're not.
Not for long, they're not.
Final Fantasy VII is just a game about a bunch of rogue sociopaths. Give you that material we just found. Just teach me how to use it. I'm guessing we don't need to see the tutorial, so we're just gonna insult Barrett. You wouldn't understand. You ignoramus. That'd be a great, like, character trait for Cloud. He just, like, deadpan insults everybody. You lumbering imbecile. Give me that materia and don't talk to me for an hour. Yeah, let's leave a 7-year-old alone to serve alcohol.
7-year-old serving, like, making the frickin' margaritas here.
Right? And, not getting robbed. What they don't show you.
Of, ill repute coming in.
Right?
Leave the 7-year-old behind the bar.
Yep. What they don't show you is that Marlene is packing heat under there. Can I get you gentlemen a drink? Are you here alone, little girl? Sure am. Why? Do you have something to
business, that's why.
You have something to say about that? No, I guess not. No, you don't. Sit down and drink. I'm really not thirsty. I said drink. They leave me with a quota. Drink. Like 12 shots later, please, I just want to go see my family. I'll tell you when you can leave. Pack a second restore just to be safe.
Now this was I don't know, kind of a weird system, the materia system. You can kind of make, people have their strengths, but you can kind of make anyone whatever you wanted to do.
Right. Granted, if you pack them down with too much, then you lose quite a bit of attack power.
And that was the crazy thing, is you put too much like magic materia or something on them, and all of a sudden it like kind of forced you to be like, oh, you want them to be a sorcerer, well, their attacks and
You know, I kind of always got the feeling, I kind of always got the feeling that in this game, Eris was meant to come back at some point, but they never got around to programming it. Just because, stat-wise, she really is straight up the only character that's well-suited to be kind of a dedicated white mage.
Yeah. I guess Yuffie could sort of do that.
Yeah.
She's good with a lot of material, but...
She's a decent mage. But, in fact, that's kind of the reason that I use the same party that I always do. I end up with Cloud, Sid, and Yuffie because, I mean, it's just utilitarian. It's the only way to go if you want a good balance of magic and attack.
I feel like Cloud and Sid are a given.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't use Sid?
I don't think that's just us. Who could not use Sid?
Right. I think a lot of folks use Vincent, too.
Like if you give this kid a whole bunch of money somehow.
Yeah,
was that one of those rumors when the internet first got started?
He helps you revive Eris.
10 5 times, you'll get Ever's hand.
Right? Oh, this is the tutorial room. I really just want the treasure chest and the save point.
The dog telling you how to play.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be.
Finger, what the hell?
I'm the position cursor!
This is the only game on the PlayStation out of the Final Fantasies that kind of broke the fourth wall a little bit.
Right?
Just like, hey buddy, it looks like you need some help.
Right.
Get here, Clippy.
Oh man. What they don't show you is that Cloud just dropped some acid before they left the bar.
Hey, it's my friend, the Arrow. Cloud.
Cloud, are you okay?
What's going on, Cloud?
Don't mind me, I'll tell you where to go. Show me the way. Don't think there's anything up here but the inn. Just check.
The inn, yeah.
The
kid's little semen-soaked bed here.
Oh man. Oh, I guess he just gets to stay for free. Or was that because I paid the kid?
10 gil.
Yeah. I paid the money, I'm damn well staying. Okay. Let's go down. Oh, ladders are for chumps. You know what game took that to a ridiculous extreme? Was Resident Evil 4. Have you ever seen Leon just jump down like 20 flights of stairs and not be hurt? He could always climb up ladders, but never down them. He had to jump.
That's right. And you didn't even see him fall. It would just go to the next screen. It's like,
No.
there's Leon.
He's fine.
Like, it could be 60 feet or it could
I
be
just
50
saved.
feet. It's so
So
cool.
SharePlay hasn't given us the warning yet. I think we can make it to the next reactor save point before SharePlay boots us here.
But getting on the same train to go blow up another reactor where no one will notice.
Same
Hopefully
racist
not this
dude.
guy. Hopefully this guy won't make any kind of connection.
You say something. It's like his worst nightmare come to life. I said, you say something, boy? No, sir. Damn!
Damn!
Damn! The guy's like,
Getting real brave all of a sudden.
what do you mean, you people? Now, notice, Barrett is straight up pointing a gun at this man.
Like, seriously. You work for Shinra? I'll kill you.
I will kill all the Shinra! I mean,
no, pay no attention to me.
oh my. It's amazing it took them. It's amazing it took them a security checkpoint to make a move to arrest these people.
Seriously.
This is just what happens on the buses. Good morning, and welcome to Midgar Lines. Please refrain from assaulting your fellow passengers. "3 minutes we're jumping off a moving train." Because anime. Guys, wouldn't it have been easier just to walk?
Seriously.
I mean, we're on the train for 3 minutes. That's like, what, a 10-minute walk? Oh boy. Now, I know there's some kind of trick where you can get some bonus items here, but frankly I've forgotten what it was, so I'm just gonna make a beeline to the exit. I know some dude like steals a potion from you or something like that. Okay, we've got 5 minutes of share play. Now it's officially a race against the clock. Let's do this. the door, sir. Sir is right. Changing to plan 2. You mean plan B, Jesse? No time, Cloud. Look at the dude just gross being Jesse there. Oh, that's the thief. Never mind. Sorry. They straight up look like a harassment, but it's just petty theft. So she kicks him in the testicles. That wasn't even the dude. No, I'm wrong. Because this dude with the red here, he's the one who steals from you. Nope. Ah, whatever.
All of a sudden, Evelyn turns into the people you run into in the supermarket.
Hey,
Getting in the way.
don't mind me, I'm just a generic NPC. There's always a plan.
Businessman. Going to my business.
Business. Yeah, see, there's one of those hints that Jesse's got a thing for Cloud. There we go. What's happening? There we are. Too late for that. Once again, thinking that Tifa was Barrett's wife. Like, yes, sir. No time for that, sir. Somebody, yes. 3 minutes. Alright.
Music was pretty good in this game.
For sure. Alright, this will be a good place to call the end of the first episode. We'll go ahead and get this uploaded and see how it turned out and come back for episode 2.
Alright.
Alright, till next time, YouTube.
Talking to yourself like a crazy person.
That would be great. Alright, till next time. This has been Final Fantasy VII.